Welcome back to Legends in My Own Mind. Guys, this is the one, man. This might be the episode that I started this whole, I don't know if this is a podcast or just an episode on my channel. I don't know what it is.
It could be a podcast. Channel cast.
It's a channel cast. I like it.
Channel cast.
I like it. This might be the one I started it for, man. Sit down with a guy like the main event, Casey Jackson. This week we're talking philosophy, Casey.
Yeah.
Your philosophy on the business.
Mm-hmm.
So, tell me, what is your philosophy on the wrestling business?
This might sound cliche. I'm pretty sure you've heard it before, but my thing is, if you're gonna do it, do it. That's it. Any and everything can be a conversation, but if you decide this is something you want to do, just give it your all. Don't half-ass it. Just give it your all. And, because contrary to everyone's belief, wrestling is, in my opinion, is not for everybody. I definitely did not think it was for me when I started. So, this is one of those deals where, someone at home could be, it's okay to get pumped up and someone to have your back and support you. But at the same time, you need to really sit down and ask yourself, is this for you? And if it is for you, go for it, man, and shoot for the moon. Just give it your all.
Man, I love it.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. I don't know what else to say, man. That might be the episode.
You're right.
Nah. I got some other stuff. No, but I think that's for real, man. Because we all know it's a work.
Mm-hmm.
We all know it's fake, whatever. But also it's not.
Right. No.
Like you get in that ring. You're doing a live stunt show on the fly in front of putting your life on the line.
There's no cut.
Right. There's no cut.
Yeah.
Half the stuff could kill you, and
Mm-hmm.
the other half could hurt you.
Yep.
And it's got to be real. And more than that, like, the fans got to believe in you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And
Yep.
if they don't, if you're not real, if you're fake,
Yeah.
they're not going to believe in you.
They'll be able to see that.
Yeah,
man.
Mm-hmm. And nothing comes across quicker than somebody who ain't taking it serious.
Yep.
Somebody who's half-assing it.
Mm-hmm.
And the fan, any of the fans watching, listening right now, that might not be able to exactly, there's a guy you're thinking of right now,
mm-hmm.
and you're like, at the last show you were at, you're like, hey, that guy. I don't know what. There's just something about him
Yep.
that I don't identify with.
Yep.
That was the guy. He's half-assing it. He wasn't committed. He wasn't whatever. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, there's 3 or 4 of them on every show. But
that is true.
Yeah.
And and it's not just and what I mean by like commit and half-ass. It's not about just your talent. Like take pride in working out. Take pride in your gear. Don't show up looking like you just got done cutting grass. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Because you get guys in there that just come with a shredded T-shirt and cut off jean shorts, and they're just like, oh, this is my gimmick. No.
Yeah.
You couldn't think of anything, so you just thought you can just get this gritty, like gothy looking deal going on and think that's gonna do the job. Like, so take pride in it, man.
Yeah.
Like,
you wanted to go to Hot Topic and pick up your gear instead of ordering stuff and being a professional.
Exactly. And I'm not saying
Hot Topic even a thing anymore?
I don't know. It might be off the wall now.
Is that a dated reference? I don't know. The last time I was at a mall was
right. And I'm not saying go out and spend $500, $600, $700 on gear. That's not what I'm saying. Just be representable, man. There's plenty of guys out there who make gear for the cheap, and they do a damn good job.
Yeah.
Get with them. There's always one guy in the locker room or girl in the locker room that knows someone that makes gear.
Yeah.
Get with them, man. Just ask. Just invest in yourself. You have to invest in yourself, because if you're not going to invest in yourself, no one else is going to invest in you.
Yep.
Period. I mean,
perception, and we hear it all the time as a Vince McMahonism. Perception is reality, but that's true.
Yep.
John Cena John Cena wrestled for years in jorts and tennis shoes, and then cargo pants and tennis shoes. But you know what? John Cena was on TV, and John Cena was shredded, looked like $1 million.
Exactly.
Just because he can do it.
Right, and I've heard that so many times before, man. I've heard guys say, well, Cena does it or so-and-so does it. I'm just like, did you really just compare yourself to that? Like,
right.
Come on. Like you said, the guy is shredded from head to toe, and he can talk.
Yep. He doesn't need gear to look like a star.
No, he started off in gear.
Yeah.
Yep. And then he went another direction. Like, when you're in the indie scene and you're on this level, you gotta be representable. You gotta look representable.
My big pet peeve is that started at WWE level and filtered down, wearing tennis shoes with kick pads.
Yes.
Shelton Benjamin.
Still hate that.
Shelton Benjamin wore those shocks.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden people stopped buying boots. People stopped buying wrestling shoes.
I don't like that either, man. Never
get you
did.
Some boots.
Yep. Definitely get you some boots. Man.
Get some boots, man. Get some boots, some kick pads.
Yeah.
I don't even like kick pads, but I tolerate them. But put some wrestling shoes on. Put something real under there.
Yeah.
Don't just go buy tennis shoes.
Exactly.
But there again, even Shelton Benjamin had shocks that matched his kick pads.
Yep.
Like he put in that extra effort, so it looked professional.
Right.
He didn't just use that as an excuse to I just pull on my kick pads over the tennis shoes I wore, cutting grass through the parking lot into the building, and I hate
when guys hide behind their gimmick, because it's like, oh well, I don't work out because that's my gimmick. I'm this, I'm that, I'm a hillbilly, or I'm supposed to look this way. I had a major problem. I used to tell Don all the time, man, because when he was starting to pick up weight and stuff, I would tell him, dude, you got to slim down a little bit. Oh, I can't because I'm the madman. I'm like, no, that has nothing to do. I was like, that has nothing to do with it, man. Right. I was like, you need to get this under control.
Yes.
Like if Abyss told him when we was working in NWA Midwest, Abyss told him, if you tighten up your arms, you will be signed. Why in the hell didn't you get to the gym that night?
Right.
Why didn't you get to the gym that night?
Yeah, no doubt.
Like, because he told him, like, you're a big guy and your arms are too flabby to be that big. Tighten up your arms and I can get you signed.
Man.
That's what I mean by put in the work, man, and you'll get where you're trying to go.
Yeah. And if you're not gonna put in the work, what are you doing here?
Yeah. And
this business beats up your body too much, beats up your mind too much.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, what if you're not going to give it everything you got? If you don't love it enough to give it everything you got, what's the point?
Right. And I'm not saying that each and every guy and girl is in this to make it to the WWE or wherever, Japan, wherever. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying give it your all for what you're doing. There's still fans that's paying to see you. There's still a promoter that's paying you to be there. Like, commit to them. Yeah. I'm not saying commit to make it to Vince McMahon. I'm just saying commit to what you're doing.
Well, for me, when I was looking at it, like, it's always, we're the small leagues anyway.
Yeah.
We have to work extra hard to look like
Yep.
stars.
Yep.
People aren't going to come to see us just because it's a wrestling show.
Exactly.
They're going to. They still want to see something larger than life. They want to feel like, even if they're showing up at a high school gym, maybe where they went to high school.
Yeah.
And, they're coming in and, there's only going to be like 75 people there. They want to feel like they're at a WWE show.
Exactly. And I'm glad you said that, because when I was running those few shows in Decatur and I was out passing flyers, I legit had I handed a flyer to someone, and the boyfriend was interested, and his girlfriend took the flyer and looked at it, and she said, it's a bunch of amateurs. And they balled it up in front of me and threw it away.
Man.
They didn't care.
Yeah.
But I think 2 shows later, I seen them there.
Yeah.
I seen them there. Somebody drugged them there.
Yep.
Someone finally got them to come, and they started coming.
Right.
I mean, I didn't let that discourage me, because you can't please everybody.
Yeah.
But back to your point, like you said, everyone's expecting this WWE atmosphere, so you have to look presentable, man. Because the people are gonna look at you like you're amateurs. Like, you just gotta prove to them why they should pay to come see you.
Yes, and that's gonna happen if they show up, whether you want to go to the WWE or not.
Yeah.
Whether you want to be big time or not. If you're happy being big fish in a small pond, if you're happy being a small fish in a small pond, you still want to wrestle in front of people.
You do.
You still want the promotion you wrestle for to be successful.
Yep.
You're key to that.
Yep.
As a performer, you are key to that. And if you are going out there in your jeans and your t-shirt and looking like you could sit in the front row, and that's that's kind of a cliche, but it's true.
It's true.
If you look like you could sit in the front row, they're gonna watch that and they're gonna go, okay, well this was a fun $10.
Yeah.
And they're not gonna come back.
They're not gonna come back.
Even if they enjoy the show tonight, if you don't look, and this is, I think, the key word. You and I have talked, and I know we kind of share this philosophy. If you don't look like a professional, they're not going to come back.
Nope.
If they show up, and even though it's not the WWE, and even honestly, I think they're more forgiving on like body type and stuff. Like, you got to be in shape.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? They know they're not getting bodybuilders. They know.
Right.
But if you look like a pro,
Yeah.
if you've got good gear and you handle yourself well, and the matches look good and clean and safe, and you put your all into it out there, they're going to go, man, this is the real deal.
Yep.
And then they're going to come back.
They're going to come back. And that's what I mean by, I'm not saying everyone should be chiseled up or nothing like that. It's just, take care of yourself. Don't just sit there and say, I can't work out because my gimmick don't allow it. No, you can still work out and keep that body shape, but still be in shape.
Right.
Hillbilly
Jim worked out.
Yeah, Hillbilly Jim worked out. I mean, there's different types of being in shape. No one's saying you got to go out there and look like John Cena.
Right.
Like, not saying that at all.
Yeah.
Just take care of yourself.
Yep. There's got to be a level of you got to look like you. You have to be in shape to do what you do. I always come back. I always think of Bam Bam Bigelow.
Yeah.
And not because he was, not because he could do a cartwheel.
Right.
Because he could move, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He could move.
Yeah.
He could keep up with Bret Hart. He could keep up with Mr. Perfect. All of them. He was right there the whole time. You know what I mean? Because he
look at Ivar from the War Raiders.
Yeah. I
mean, he's a big dude, but look how he can move.
Yep.
He can move.
Right.
That's all you need to do.
Yes.
Is move.
Yeah. There has to be some level of fit. We're athletes. When it comes down to it, like maybe we're not running a 40, maybe we don't, you know what I mean?
Right, exactly.
But we are still athletes.
My 40 time is probably terrible, but
dude, I don't know. I don't know if I can make it 40.
You're right.
Why am I right? I can make it 18.
Exactly.
I got a real good 18.
Yeah. Yep.
Nah, man. I think you said it all. Do it. If you're gonna do it right.
Do it right, man.
I love it, man. I'm a little sad, Casey.
Yeah.
One more week.
Yeah.
Man, I've had such a blast sitting down chatting with you, But and so we've talked about your history of your career. We talked about how you learned everything. We covered your philosophy. We see why you are the legend you are, because you've always approached it with that professionalism. But I do think in order for us to always get like that full picture, we always got to come back to being fans, man.
I know, right?
If we don't love this, if you don't have some fan, if you're not still a fan on some level, what are we doing? You know what I mean? So next week we're going to be back one last time. KC, you're going to put together your dream Survivor Series team.
Uh-oh.
And we'll do that next week on the final episode with the legend of my own mind, Casey Jackson.
Boom.